Hey, what is up everybody? Blades for here, and today for you guys another video of Persona 5X. Inside the video, guys, we are going to be doing our first impressions. Well, I'm gonna call it first impressions because I tried to do this video earlier and it corrupted in the middle of editing. So yeah, Blade was not a happy Blade. Okay, Blade wanted to swing at someone. But anyways, this is technically our first impression for the character, so I'm still trying to figure it out. Even at the end of that video when I was doing it, I wasn't too sure how this character is going to work, but of course I have to remember at the end of the day she is a debuffer, so big numbers for DPS isn't going to be there. It's mainly going to be the debuffs that we really get to place on the person. So I'm actually going to be taking a look at that, and we're going to be utilizing her first team that I really want to try and test out. Then we're going to have a different video that's going to be covering both the teams anyway. But if you guys are interested in this, be sure to sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Hit that like button as well. We did a couple of these in the other video, and which was what I was trying to do, but yeah, as I did say, I'm not too happy about that. But all in all, we're going to be utilizing this team, and we're going to be using my girl here. I don't really have the best of things on her just yet, especially when it does come down to her build. She is using her 4-star currently. I maxed that out. I'm going to have that for a video as well very soon once we get the 5-star weapon, so I can do the comparison. And then of course we got her talents all the way to 9. I'm eventually going to get them all to 10, in which that's just going to be because I want to try her at the best of her capabilities, of course, and I have a lot of extras ready for simmer in them anyways. So of course we're going to be trying to really utilize her and get a good use for her. Now her kit is kind of bad. I don't have a lot of things, right? Like we don't have a lot of attack percentage. We have effect hit rate, but we're missing a lot of like crit rate, crit damage, which is what she really does need alongside of the effect hit rate. But like we do have the main stats for the most part. But look for this, for example, effect hit rate, only crit damage, and it did not get upgraded. Like we have some very poorly optimized cards on, so she is kind of iffy. I don't even like this card because this one has attack on it. It's very bad. But I mean, it has a speed on it, which is very bad for her kit. But I don't think I have any other cards that are particularly available currently, so I'm gonna have to kind of just deal with what I got. So it is what it is. At the end of the day, we can't really help it, and I can't really build a card at the moment. But anyways, she's 90 overall, so we're gonna give this a good old test to see exactly how she goes. At the most that you want to have for at least her EHR, if I'm right, it's like in the 170, which is fairly freaking high. But with this character, for the most part, I do recognize that we need to make sure at all costs she kind of goes early, so then she can put the debuffs on. And versus people who are like AoE related, stuff like that, you would end up using the, of course, skill 1, knocking everyone that you need. And just for the video early on, I want to use this, of course. Actually that won't kill, so dang it, I messed up, but it is what it is. But in the long run, we do want to go ahead and use her early. Make sure she's the first one because she applies all the debuffs early, and then that allows it so we can actually start dealing some good old damage and start doing some cool stuff. But currently we can't really do too much of that yet. But anyways, gonna go ahead and buff up our buoy, see if we can get her to actually deal some good old damage, because now these two are going to have to follow up off of each other, which is the little cool part. Now whether she'll be able to follow up on the other one is kind of interesting, because of course she might very well kill, seeing that we are debuffing with Futaba and stuff like that as well. She's probably going to kill with her 3 skill, which is going to be the AoE attack as well. So just for giggles, let's go ahead and do it. Go ahead and buff her up here, even though she is a debuffer here. Buff her up, use this, mink, and there we go. That's the little AoE hit, of course, that she ends up using. If it was a single target enemy, we'd be doing the skill 2 into skill 3. But for the most part, you are going to be using her for a lot of AoE things. So it's going to be skill 1 into skill 3. Skill 1's going to be your main little go-to for the most part. But of course, depending on the enemy, you will swap it up. But anyways, I'm gonna pop the ult because I do want to just pop the ult just for the fun of it, and this is actually their Howler, so unfortunately, but want to pop the ult just to have the fun with it here, and then hopefully we can kill for the sprint. Yes, we got that stinking screen. That's all I really wanted, to be honest. To be honest, I feel like their goddamn their Howler is better than mine, and it probably is. I won't even lie to myself. But we're gonna go ahead and do a couple more testing with this character, and this time we'll actually be able to kind of use the way that we need to use her for, which is for these harder ones here. Now, when I was thinking about the characters to use, or at least to use for this, or persona, sorry, it was gonna be a lot more of characters that are meant to debuff to an extent with at least a buffer. The buffer is going to be no matter what for, of course, our Yui. So of course we're going to be using this, but or at least another buffer that I'm going to bring is we need to have, of course, our Terakaja, so that's going to be Yanasek for now. But in the long run, for a debuffer, I'm unsure who we would possibly use for this here. We could very well just use Cert, because I was using Cert just to go ahead and use our little debuff here, but I'm unsure if we're gonna really have enough time to do so. So I'm gonna have to figure out exactly what personas I want to run with her. But weapon wise, definitely go with the ancient one. It's gonna be helpful for many of Yui's teams, so that I would suggest you guys to try and run that, and of course use Futaba. But let's go ahead and see what we got. Yeah, kind of interested, man. I feel like this character can be like something really, really cool. I just have to learn how to utilize this character. Let's put it that way. I have to figure out how this character functions. Once I figure out how she functions, I feel like it will be a really good experiment to see exactly what we can do. But I am unsure if we can really do it off that. So go ahead and use skill 1, knock down, or at least get some hits into everyone, which is pretty decent. But what we're really doing is just knocking those little fire stacks. That's all we want. We want those fire stacks to really get started, and then just go from there for the most part there. Use this again, and although I could just go ahead and just attack, seeing that we automatically get our loyal listener, we use our skill 2 anyways. Gonna hit us a little bit, which is kind of annoying because of course they're gonna knock some of my characters, but all in all, I think we should be fine. Let's go ahead and pop this, and I could just go ahead and ult for the most part, but I'm not sure if I want to. We'll see. We're gonna be buffing with this character as well as buffing with our other characters, so I don't think it's gonna be really necessary. So let's go ahead and do this. Buff, use Go Wolf, which this is gonna be, of course, the AoE version. Boom, boom, get some decent damage in. Of course, look at all those debuffs that we put on him, of course, and that actually allowed us to deal some decent damage. Now, I call that decent because my buoy is very, very lackluster. I don't build this character because I really don't utilize her, but that was actually really, really good, to be honest. I'm surprised that she managed to even hit that. But go ahead and just keep on moving in and keep on going, see how far we can get. I am worried that with this team, you might need a healer on at least Wonder, because Wonder himself, as well as this team itself, is a very squishy team. Either bring a defense type character to my extent, or at least to my knowledge, or either we have to somehow do something else. But anyways, I'm gonna use this ult first. I don't know why, I just want to test it. Boom, go ahead and use the ult. It actually does put some debuffs on him. I don't like that. That little attack there is kind of nasty. I'm gonna need them not to do that because that actually kind of hurts, and I'm gonna just continue hurting myself with this because of course we have to continue using our AoE, which is a little bit of a problem. That's what's really knocking us out. Go ahead and use this here, and then since of course we have our cord, I don't think we really have to attack here, but I want to kill the little dude. I feel like we need to, but I'm just gonna go ahead and just suck it up. We'll just see. I feel like for this team though, we really do need a healer. We need a healer. Something about it, it just tells me we need a healer. I don't know what it is. Maybe that my character is literally on death's door. That's probably what it is. But yeah, no, we really needed a healer. I'm not gonna lie for this. It feels like that for this team itself, not only do you need the rotation good, but because my characters aren't speed tuned, but we also need to guarantee keep our characters alive. But I'm gonna go ahead and do another defense down here, and then let's use well, that sucks because we're knocked down, so we can't even get back up here. That actually kind of sucks here. Well, let's go ahead and just use Wonder's little ult here. This will increase our fire damage. So I mean, like, we can see some things that's gonna happen. Of course, we're gonna get knocked, which is gonna be another hit to our freaking entire team. And then let's use this. See how much damage we can get off of that. 43k, not bad. Could be, of course, better, but not bad, not bad. Go ahead and just pop. And oh wait, we're just gonna use this, even though it's kind of bad. We should be using our skill 1, but you know what? It is what it is. And then I'm just gonna let her finish because why not? Mink. There we go. Get nice damage. This character is one of the few characters that, like, I love her because she has a ton of debuff potential, but until I actually get down to like how she really works, I feel like she's gonna be kind of those iffy units right now. I definitely know that with her awarenesses, she becomes like actually god tier, which is like she becomes really good. Not god tier, but like really good at A2. And I'm probably not gonna go for her, of course, because she's a standard character. But I am tempted to continue what's it called, testing this out for the most part. Need to get this weapon actually fully done. So we'll start, instead of going for our blessed weapon, which we do need to get done as well. I want to try and get this weapon pretty darn good later on. But anyways, I feel like for our first impressions, this is a good way to kind of leave out for a little bit. There isn't much I really want to try, at least until I understand the character some more. But if you guys got the character as well, let me know what you think about her. Is she good? Is she bad? Figure out that she just needs a little bit more of a oomph. I feel like she's a really good debuffer, just until, of course, I figure out the character fully. It's going to be kind of iffy on our part. So until then, we'll figure that out. But you guys let me know. Peace out.